Good afternoon. Yeah. Okay, so things I've completed. I finally got my progress bar to work. Yay me! Um, my loading progress bar. And it's going to have to do more stuff. And I probably will have it. Depends on how long it takes for league creation and stuff to go. I may use it there. But ultimately, what I might do is just have like the spinny bar or a football dude or something. Just kind of some animation. Maybe just a GIF doing something. I don't know. But ultimately, I'm just going on to that next phase now. Now, a couple of things I need to adjust. One of the things the game was doing was it was designed that when you created an account, it immediately gave you a team. And then you would just decide what you wanted to do with that team. You would just, join a league, go play quick plays, go do head to head, do whatever you want. But ultimately, I decided that's just a little too weird just to have a team that just is out there, because then I have to figure out how do I blend it into a league. How do I join your team into whatever kind of league you want to go into? Because then I have the problem with, well, your team's going to be, have your players already, and I'll have to say, well, what players can and cannot be in the rest of the league when you join, and then it just gets weird. So I decided the league's going to get created first. But you get to come in, and what you'll do is you'll select your team captains, which are representatives of whatever team you choose. So you take those, and then you can pick your team name and league to go with it, and it'll assign the rest of the teams whatever. So you're basically picking your team captains first, but the league gets generated at that point, and your team is in a league. Quick plays and head-to-heads and all that stuff is all valid stuff for all your teams. And I say all your teams. By default, the game only will give you one team. You get one team with it. And then you can add and build more teams if you want to. This just gives you more stuff to do, right? Because a lot of times in games that have like day-to-day or maybe even timed gaps between games, you may not have as much to do some days, right? Like you do all your stuff. Like if you want to play the game every day, you just feel the urge to go on and manage your teams or check them out. You would have to, like, you could do something, and then like if you have training that goes on, or you're focusing on something for one thing, it allows you to be in the game more if you want to, and you can buy extra teams to do that. If you don't want to, and you're just good with managing one team and doing whatever it does for one team, that's fine. You could always play a computer league where you won't have any time limits. So there won't be any real gaps between games, and you can just do that. You just play against the computer. But if you're playing against people, if you're in a league with actual people in it, I want to make it so that there is a time gap. There's people have time. They have a day or two or three, whatever it is, to get to the games. In fact, I'd like to be able to set up something where everybody's team will be ran automatically, period. But if you stay on top of your team, you might have more success, right? It's kind of like an AFK game if you're playing in a league with people, because if you don't participate, you're just going to get whatever the defaults are of the game. It's going to just run your team for you. If, however, you want to take more part in it and focus on your training and your game plan and your playbook and your coaching profile and draft your players and do all that stuff, you're probably going to fare better, because you'll be able to have more control, because the game isn't going to do a lot of stuff very smart. I mean, I can only do so much, right? AI wise, I'm going to give it some logic, and I'm going to build some game plans for it, and you'll just be going against those as defaults. And some different tweaks that might come along with whatever coaches are on those teams. But if you want to have your own brain, controlling what's going on in the game, you have to be an active participant. Now, I've been playing a game called, off and on, The Program. It's a coaching football game. It's got a few things to do each day, and then you just go to the next day. And then you got a few things to do each day. Then you go to the next day. And it's very few. I mean, it's like you scout and you maybe can do some training. Because if you've got some training that takes 2 or 3 days, then you don't get to do any other training. You can't train. Like if you select quarterback camp and you send your quarterbacks to quarterback camp and it's 3 days long, you have no more fitness training you can do for 3 days. So not until those 3 days are over will it let you. So basically you got to click through 3 days to go get that done, which is kind of weird. I want to be able to set it up so you can actually have more complex training plans, fitness plans. Maybe you even have certain guys go to do certain things. Maybe there's things you can do and have it focus on have players focus on certain things maybe until they get somewhere, or you can have them focus on it for the week or whatever. So yeah, you get to kind of choose how you would do. Now I am not to the training, the fitness stuff, the whole practicing. I'm not to there yet. That's later. Once I get the full system going and I'm able to run a full game going, then I'll start adding in the more intricate interactions of how you're actually going to tweak those players now, because the games will run. Now you're just going to be doing stuff to try to make those run better. And maybe I'll add more features to the game running and all that kind of stuff. But ultimately, I just want to get the game running. And that's where I'm at now. So first step, I've created a system, a program function that will generate leagues or generate a league based on whatever criteria I pass it. And then it returns the team captains. Essentially, it's just going to be the 2 highest paid players, or the first 2 players drafted will be automatic team captains for a brand new startup league. Eventually, they don't have any special features yet. I'm thinking at some point I might be able to give some kind of like things to them. I have to kind of figure out how to do that. Again, I like to build my game I'm trying to build it off of reality, but you know, I'm studying and researching 1,500 players. Doesn't make much sense. So I may have to, you know, maybe with certain superstars or high-end players, or maybe just the elite players as calculated by the game, I can give special abilities and special other things. Maybe a couple of players that are just known might get certain things. If I know players, if I can get some bulk information through statistics, maybe I can give them some special abilities that go along with those. I know Madden likes to give, they have abilities as well. A lot of games give abilities to players, right? I mean, it's pretty common. It's, they're cards, they're like power-ups, right? As you guys play more, they get these power-ups. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe I don't change, maybe base stats don't change that often. And instead of gaining new base stats, you gain power-ups. Your guys get better at certain things over time. You can say, okay, well, your player has earned enough experience to gain one of these 3 things. Maybe there'll be special skill, what do you call it, stat-based abilities, which will give them that, but maybe it just enhances certain states, certain conditions, certain timings for when things happen in the game. That might be a way to go. Because then you kind of get stuff that's a little bit more visible than just, you leveled up, you leveled up, you leveled up. You gain 1 point in this skill, or 2 points in that skill, or you lost a point in that skill. But you can still earn these special abilities. So maybe even you can earn some, maybe you have seasonal abilities that come up, you know, as your guy is getting better and getting more dominant, he can earn seasonal abilities that go away at the end of a season, you know, or he gains the ability, it lasts until X or Y state. So you gain this or that. And I think that might be kind of fun. Add abilities, and then your stats basically stay the same, or they can earn based on their experience levels, but that's gonna be more of a minor feature, or maybe that's what you can do during your training and fitness and whatever else you're going through. But at certain points, maybe you get card or you get tweaks or special abilities that go along with the player, which might be kind of cool. And that way you can build any player up and they can all get special abilities. All Madden and every other game out there that does that. But try to do it in a way that it's not arbitrary. You have to, you earn up these abilities. Certain things have to happen. Your guy's performance is doing well, or certain things happen, and maybe they're not permanent. You don't get them forever, because each new season is a new season, right? You might have certain abilities that can lock in. Maybe you get all abilities come in for just a season. At the end of the season, you get to keep one going into the next season, and at certain levels, you can keep more than one of all the abilities you've got. So experience maybe lets you keep more, or different things might help you to take advantage of those. So that might be a good way to go. I haven't gotten to the point where I've set up a system that gains experience. Just what happens after that experience is still a little on the I've got a set up, or a plan actually, for how to earn experience, how to gain experience, how to get how the players are going to perform throughout the season. But what you get as a result of leveling up, and once you get to certain experience points, I haven't even got the experience levels determined yet. But at those points, what happens? That's still a work, but I'm not there yet. That stuff all has to get worked out, yes. But first, let's get this game working. Okay, so let's get the base start working. So once we can have that going, there's a lot of stuff en route. So first, can you update login register manager folder of Assets UI? Okay. Actually, I don't think I want to update the logged in. I want to see what happens once we've determined that it logged in. Oh. Function call. Let's see. After login on the login register. Let's see. What is it called? Is logged in, check initial authentication, check if user is already authenticated, and hide login panel if so. Okay. Users already authenticated at startup, hiding login panel. Set up login mode. Hide login panel. After login on the register is authenticated. Setup buttons. Set up login mode. Clear any existing duplicates, login buttons. And give it that. Set up login mode. Hide login button. Click. Handle login. Okay, let's see here. Energy, login. Why is that showing? Let's close that. Okay, we got let's see. Login, register, manager, login panel. Info. Let's see, use this AMG auth data for login API call. Here's another empty. Username and password are required. Login. Handle login. So I'm just trying to make sure. I'm trying to find the point at which we are logged in. It makes its final check. See, logging in, blah, blah, blah. Handle back button. Reset to login mode. Is logged in. That's the call to is logged in, which doesn't do anything. It just checks to see that we're logged in. Get username. User ID. Log out. Nope. Sync auth data and auth service token data. All right. So where? If is logged in. Hide login panel. I'm trying to get to the point where two things I got to fix. One is I want my login once we hit the register button. Once we hit the register button, all right, all right, I got to open this. I don't have it open right now. That's probably part of why it's throwing me off. Title screen, start button.game, private bool, private panel set active. Is logged in. Show title screen set active, hide other panels. Is logged in equals is logged in. Set active, navigation panel. All right, so this might be a good point at which I check. So we don't want to set the navigation panel just yet. So this should be is logged in. If is logged in, set navigation panel events. Soon Wukong, how you doing, man? Turtle wax is really working. What? It's like light bloom in a video game. Turtle wax? You mean like the stuff you put on a car? Oh, you know, there are people who do that. There are people who do that. They actually put like a wax on their head. Yeah, I shave my head every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Well, 3 days a week, and those are generally the days I do it. So today it's nice and fresh and smooth. And I'm right by the window, so yeah, I could see how it would just be bouncing off my head.
Connected to active Mind Gamers chat.
There you go, man. I'm turning on your thingy-bobber here. See, look at that. Check that out. I've got your chat thing on. Wait, which one did I add, though? I didn't add your...
_Wukong_RI says, a lot of my friends are bald.
Yeah, when the sun hits you just right. When the sun hits you just right, it'll reflect. I try to, actually what I do is I put lotion on my head. I don't put wax. But there's a lot of guys, a lot of black guys, I guess. They actually will wax their head. They put like, you can buy bald head wax. I don't know, and it's nothing about black guy, white guy, anything like that. I just have only ever known black guys to do it. I don't know. I know a few other me guys, not that dark colored skin. Look, I don't know the right terms to use anymore because it's like everybody's, no, you can't say that. It's like guys of darker complexion than even me. I've got actually a dark complexion. You can't tell because I'm sitting in the light, which turns all my skin white here in the light. Plus my camera's probably very bad at it. But anyway, it's very common. They actually wax their head. I don't know why, what the stuff they use is. I mean, I don't think it's turtle wax, but it's some kind of wax that makes your head shine. I don't know, man. I don't know that I'm purposely going for the shine. It's really easy for your head to shine on its own because without hair, your head gets greasy. It does. I mean, everybody's head gets greasy except normally the hair will soak it up. And that's why after a few days, your hair is all kind of, you know, kind of gets greasy. For when it's clean and fresh, by the end of the day, you don't notice the tiny little bits of grease in there, the oils. It's being soaked up into your hair. But after a few days, that oil kind of gets out there and your hair is greasy. While with bald people, there's no soak up event. It just slowly starts to get more glistening, and yeah, you'll get that that glistening effect.
Sun_Wukong_RI says, sent you the latest and greatest version.
Oh, did you
This
add?
one has new features and it saves your settings.
Nice. And did you add YouTube? You know, I want you to add YouTube as a second option. You could split the screen and just have Twitch on one side and YouTube on the other side. YouTube will let you do a lot of the same stuff. I'm pretty sure you can do a lot of the same stuff. It's actually got a pretty good API. Like I created my YouTube updater thing here, which by the way I haven't ran yet. I probably should run it because I need to update my stream information. So I created this thing. This is my my YouTube stream updater, which lets me see if it's going to let me do it. I probably clicked kind of early. Let's see if it'll start right away. Nope. Oh wait, maybe. Okay, so yeah, this is my thing. I created it connects to YouTube, and see if it's going to let me do this here. Okay, so this is my current stream that I'm running right now, and you can see it's got the same description as I've got on there, which isn't much. But Restream always sticks this thing in here, so if I go edit, and it shows you what my current thumbnail is. This is the thumbnail you see when you go onto my stream. But if I go edit here, I can dump this because I don't need the Restream thing. Put some tags in. I go, let's see, we're in Unity, and we're gonna say, let's see, football manager. I need a what you know what I should do is I should add something here that like remembers the tags I put in last time, so by default it'll put in the same tags. Oh, that'd be cool, because then I don't have to put this. I don't have to do this every time. Oh yeah, that'll be good. Let's see, what else do I got? Let's see. Oh, I got to put the name of the game in there. Fantasy football, and let's see, the name of the company. And okay, and then if I don't like this thing, which I don't, so I can go here. And let's go find a different. I need to come up with. I need to do another thumbnail. I need to do a today thumbnail. I don't really have a today thumbnail. Wait, what? Is it? Wait, what? Why is it running? Why does it think it's running? It's not running. What nonsense are you speaking? It says another Unity instance is already running. What? All right, well, I guess I can't do that yet. Let's go ahead and let's open up this. I'm kind of working on my login stuff anyway. So then it gives me like 3 thumbnail options. I can do a fit to frame or fill frame or stretch to fit. Let's go with stretch to fit right now. Now, if I don't like it, I can resize it, but we'll go with that for now. Probably a bit much. A lot of information on there. Oops, nope, don't want to do that. Push the wrong button. Not that button. That one's got, I mean, it's not a huge deal, but let's go with this one. And then we'll go fit to frame, sure, why not? See, I don't want all this other stuff. Let's shrink it down a bit. We'll cut it off. Just got this part working the other day, so now it's a little cleaner. And then let's see what else I want to get rid of. Anything? Oh, I got to put my tags back. Let's actually do this. We're going to upload the thumbnail. So it puts my thumbnail in there. So now my new thumbnail is that. And then I can go down here and go. This is YouTube, so you can't see it unless you go to my YouTube page and want to follow me there. But this is let's see, where was I? This is I actually put all these down here, but I do like the idea of having it saved and create my defaults. We'll get there. Okay, so now it updated. I've got one whole viewer right now, which is pretty good because it's not me. If it ain't me, that's one viewer. Hey, one viewer, whoever you are, why don't you say hi, man? Say a quick hi. Just hello, I'm here. I'm just lurking. But if not, don't worry about it. I mean, you know, appreciate the view. But I don't have it. Normally, I am either on Twitch or YouTube, just so that I can assist in my own numbers. It's kind of got to do it, you know. Got to assist yourself wherever you can. I am, however, trying to get my my YouTube page up more, only because, like I said, the YouTube stuff doesn't go away. So that kind of gives you a, it stays there until I delete it or do something with it. Now, I don't know if this actually YouTube page up more, only because, like, look, you can hear me talking to myself. Now let's refresh this. Let's see if it shows me as a second viewer. No. I don't know how long it takes to refresh. Apparently, it's longer than that. Oh, there it goes. Now I've got a viewer. I'm back to one viewer. I had one viewer. They left. Now I've got one viewer again. That's me though. That time, now it's just me. And I gotta get rid of this again. I forgot to dump that because I went back to cover it last time. All right. Anyway, I've done 973 videos. Can you believe it on this channel? That seems like a lot. I stream too much. I mean, there's people who got, I'm sure, more than that. But I got to delete some of them. A lot of them are kind of garbage. But subscriber count is not moving very well, though. Anyway, we'll go ahead and get rid of it. We'll move that out of the way for now and go back to it. Let me open up. Let me go back and open your latest and greatest thing that you gave. Let's see, I got to go to Discord. Let's go see what new features you've added. All right, I'll say download it. I'm full on trusting you now, so don't try to sneak any bad stuff in there. They won't even speak to you now. You're streaming the scammer callers. I think I'm stressing the scammer callers out. Let's we'll dump those ones. And we'll just open up that one. Twitch reader save. All right, let's see what you got here.
Connected to active Mind Gamers chat.
Let's see, you got a blacklist. A word blacklist. Nice. And let's see. You said it saves your text now, so we'll go with the chick voice, woman voice. I don't know. I still do that. You would think after all these years I'd know better than to use the word chick. People don't like that anymore. The lady voice. Lady, hey lady. Nobody knows what that's from. I'm really dating myself even knowing what that reference is. Hey, lady. It's actually much more annoying sounding.
Underscore Wukong underscore Re says, lol, you can uncheck the read names and it will only read messages.
I guess you're the only one here. That'll work. I'll turn that off. But if I get another person, you know what? You know what would be good? I'm giving you another good idea. This is going to be good. Okay, so if you have read usernames off, you should anytime the first time someone comes into the stream, you should have it say something like,
Different voices for different people.
well, yeah, no, that would be hard because you'd have to catch each voice and assign it. Yeah, I mean, you'd have to randomly have it pick a different voice, and you'd have to have enough voices available. That might be a little challenging. If you can do that, that would be cool. But or maybe as have it show all the users or all the viewers on your stream at the moment, and then you could go in and assign them. But again, I think that's a little complicated. I'm thinking of something that might be a little easier. Catch anytime a new user comes in, and the very first message from any user, like you would like right now, it would just have your name in the memory, not even showing. Or I guess you could have current users or whatever, but or current viewers. But either way, it's just the list of those people that are on the stream. And the first time someone comes in, you say new user, blah, blah, blah. Even with read usernames off, it'll say new user, blah, blah, blah. And then you can decide if you want to turn on the read usernames. Because after the second or third user that's on your stream, viewer, if you don't have the usernames on, you're just gonna have people talking, and you're not gonna know who's who, because there's no. I mean, unless you do assign different voices, but even then, you'd have to assign that voice in your head, and the next time they come in, it would be weird. I mean, it'd be hard. So I don't know. I mean, it's kind of tricky there. I mean, I think it's a great idea to have different voices. So I like the read usernames off, especially when you're a small small developer, a small social media guy like me. I only have 1 or 2 or 3 people on at a time, and I can kind of just glance at who's talking. But if you get a lot of people, turning off the names is going to get nuts. In fact, that's where I am almost like, if you could assign a user whitelist. I know you got user blacklist, but I'm just saying, rather than blocking everybody out, maybe your favorite guys or the people your friends or people you want to hear audibly speaking, people that are maybe like you said, your subscribers, or you can just put your own, the people who you want to hear from in a whitelist, because that way it'll work better for people who have more subscribers or more viewers. Because once you get up to that 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 viewers and the constant texting, a user or a streamer may not want to hear from everybody.
That's why I put the toggle.
No, I think it's great. And I think if you have, I could always turn up the speed on here too, which will help and do that. But I'm just saying, if you have you should have a user whitelist, and you would just put a description on there that says only the users in the have a description, something to the effect of, if used, only these users will be voiced, something like that. So a user blacklist will block people from being voiced, but a user whitelist will make it only those users that get voiced. Maybe even maybe you toggle the user list, the user blacklist and whitelist. Because one basically cancels out the other, right? If you're using a whitelist, then you wouldn't blacklist your whitelist. That'd be silly. That won't work. And then if you have whitelist on, while the blacklist doesn't do anything, right? Because you're not blocking anybody. You're blocking everybody that isn't on the whitelist. So you could toggle, user blacklist, toggle user whitelist or something. I don't know. I'm sure you can, and there is a way to log that in such a way, or maybe you have an option button, user blacklist, whitelist, and you click on the one you want, and then you can add users to it. And whitelist is just the users you want to hear, and blacklist is don't put these people on there because they're either trouble or they're spamming me or they're doing something, but I want to hear everybody else. I just think it just gives you a little bit more, the more control you can give a user, especially if it's saving your settings, which I think is great that you're doing that. That's great because like I said, I already had some settings last time and I had to put them in again this time. But if it's saving that, even better. But I think that's add those features. Again, I don't think those are too complicated. I mean, it's just a matter of how it's going to decide what to do with certain things, and. I mean, ultimately, you could maybe have it be optional. Like when I want you to put YouTube and split the screen on a YouTube. But the other one, there's another one called, what's the other site? I mean, there's a bunch of sites, but the three big ones are Kick, YouTube, and Twitch. Some people use Facebook, but I don't know how many people use Facebook it's probably pretty rare. And if you're really popular, I think if you got a ton of TikTok followers, you can do live videos there too, apparently, but you have to have a ton of people following you on that. But anyway, you could have those be options, add YouTube channel, add Kick channel. And this way it's either the whole screen is Twitch or you split the screen and it gives a YouTube channel. And if you want to do a Kick channel, you can add a third one. Because like I said, there's plenty of people who use multiple, and it'd be kind of cool to have that going. You would have to put some kind of you have to make sure the voice is singular between the three though. So whatever happens, a message comes in to be read, the voice knows to read them in the order they come in. So you have to you'll have to take whatever message comes into that particular chat and have the voice read singularly, because that could be, you don't want the voices you don't want it trying to read three voices at once. Again, some of these problems are for people way bigger than me. And if you want to sell it to a big, or not sell it, get a big streamer to do this, to use something like this, you got to give them the features that they're going to want. And again, just always emphasize that it's free when you're asking people. And again, don't expect I don't think everybody's, I really don't know that they're blocking you, or maybe you can't. And plus, don't try to get streamers to take stuff. This is a thing. And you'll see this in a lot of places. Don't try to get streamers to look at your stuff or check out your stream or look at your code through their chat messages. I'm talking about like when they're live. It's kind of like they're always going to feel like you're selling them stuff. You need to find out how you can connect with them, either message them or if they have a contact email or if they have a Discord. Those are the way, you want to reach out to them, but you want to do it in a way where you're not trying to sell your wares on their view screen or on their stream. Because that turns a lot of streamers off. They don't like being sold to while they're streaming. Free or not, it's just uncouth, as they say. When you visit a streamer, you're there to help them or talk to them about their stream and what they're doing and what's going on. Bringing up your stuff is something you do on the side or in a way that doesn't, because really what's happening is when you go to their chat and you say, hey, I got this free tool, you want to check it out? You're not just selling to the streamer, you're selling to all of his viewers, which means you're kind of like trying to, it's viewed as you trying to steal their people. You're taking advantage of their success to sell your stuff without their permission, because you came into their chat and you tried to get something on there. Even if it's free, again, you're promoting your own stuff through their popularity and without their okay. So unless you can get their okay to come in and mention it, like sometimes they'll tell you, "Oh, I love your tool, man. This is really good. You should come onto my chat, introduce yourself, and you know you can mention this to my viewers." Then that's the time to come in and mention it. And then when you do, he or she or whatever will promote you with you. They'll work with you to help say, "Oh yeah, hey, this is Tom, man. Check out his app. It's really cool, you know." But yeah, kind of get their okay and permission before you start using their stream views to talk to them. I know it's easier to talk to them when they're live, like you did me, but I'm not a popular guy yet. One of these days I'll be rich and famous, and I'll have to filter all of you people out too. But until then, I'll never do that. But it does make it easier if people are just, you know, staying on the topic of what that person's talking about. But I do like checking out stuff, and I'm apprehensive sometimes about trying things. And like I have a guy who stops by. He's a regular viewer of mine. His name is Nintendo 504, I think it is. He's got a number on the end of his name. I think it's 504. It might be 54. No, I think it's 504. Anyway, he comes by and chats a lot, and he's been doing some apps too. And I told him I DoorDash to try to make some money. I DoorDash like 4 days a week, make about $20 a day. It's terrible. It sucks being unemployed. I do get some money. Anyway, I digress. But he made an app for DoorDashers that helps them to gauge whether or not a particular dash order is a good deal or not, if it's worth your time and effort to go do that dash. And he has it for Android, so you know it could be used by me, and I could download it. I just haven't. I think, as I told him, I don't have enough dashes. It's not like I'm getting like dash options and I got to pick one. It's more like I get one dash every 30, 40 minutes. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it's constant, but they're like one right after the other. And I'm like, well, I'm not taking it. I do a simple division. If the dollars match the miles, preferably exceed the miles, as in if it's 5 miles, I got to make at least $5. I used to make it $1.50, but I was just getting too hard to get those because they're so cheapskatey now. It's hard to hit the $1.50s. I love it when I do, but you know, they don't even do the bonuses. It's gone downhill. But anyway, so I haven't used his app yet. I should install it just because he is a regular viewer and he's a good guy. But yeah, I haven't gotten anybody to try any of my tools either. So even though I think like my ClickUp link is super sweet, super awesome, nobody else has seen to it that nobody else is in that belief zone. I've got it set up to work, you know, mostly it's a VS Code extension, but it works in most languages. Like I've got it in a few different places. I don't know if I can make it into an extension that works on Visual Studio. Probably could. I wonder how hard it would be to make it work in Visual Studio. That would be awesome. I should ask. I'm going to go ask AI. See, I got ClickUp link. I don't know if I'm going to do it right now, but I'm curious. Let's do an ask. I don't want it to just start writing stuff. If I type question, it won't try to do stuff, but it won't with ask anyway. How difficult would it be to make this ClickUp link VS Code extension work in Visual Studio 22? Just thinking about it. I would imagine it's got to be similar technology, right? I don't know. I mean, Visual Studio takes extensions, but and I know they're not all first party. And it's the same code. I can't imagine it would require different code. But, you know, its infrastructure might be different, so maybe it would be difficult. I don't even know what extensions actually, what third-party extensions I actually have in VS Code. I know I used to have Red Hat's, what is it, ReSharper? ReSharper used to be a popular one. I used to like it a lot. It's thinking, must be hard. It's really giving it a, it's giving it a rundown on this one. It's like, oh, that's a good question. We'll come back to that. All right, update the login register manager in the login register. Okay, so that's not what I want. What I need to do is figure out.
I have no idea if what I sent you works, as I do not do YouTube.
Oh, did you do another update already? Oh, you got it. You don't. Oh, so you don't even have a YouTube account? How can you not have a YouTube account? YouTube. Are you not a streamer? All right, let me look. So you sent me another one already? Oh, you're pretty quick.
I don't stream to YouTube.
Let's see here. Is this it? No. Oh, that is it. All right. So you're gonna have me be your your guinea pig. All right, I'll try it. You know, you don't have to do it all linearly.
Your idea you're testing at LMAO.
All right. Well, we'll see. All right, so we have your tool here. Now, you don't have to do it all linearly because this is going to get to be a really long line. I don't know. I'd be good if you could make it like, you know, have the code be smart enough to squish it. There's no reason why this can't be columnar. I don't know. Just, I mean, I guess it looks okay. I just feel like this is probably easier. And I suppose if you're doing...
Connected to active a Mind Gamers chat.
let's see what this does. This is the big one. Does it work? Nope. Doesn't work, man. It can't find my...
Sun underscore Wukong underscore RI says, that is just CSS. That is the ornaments on the tree after the lights.
Yes, I know. But hey, those ornaments are important. You gotta, eventually, you're right. Get it working first. Get all your features in and then start cleaning it up. That's what I'm trying to do. It's hard for me. On my app, I constantly find myself working on things like images and logos and trying to get those things kind of working so I have them, but they aren't really required for this first phase of the project. But anyway, your YouTube failed, so you'll have to work on that one some more. But I gotta make some progress on my own thing here. Let's see here. Failed to fetch. Let me see. Let me see if it tells me why. Let's see what happened. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Failed to load resource. Failed to fetch. Connect to YouTube.
Sun underscore Wukong underscore RI says, yeah, I'll toy with it. Also one request. Try it with only YouTube and no Twitch.
No. Connect to YouTube. .404 error. I forgot which one that is. I always forget which one that one is. That one's a. Is that an access? Yeah, I forgot what those ones are. Does it tell you? Let's see. User page is shown in the DevTools console for this page. The error message is wrapped in blah 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 blah. Below, explain the error message. What could have caused it? Blah 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 blah. Code dual chat means that your HTML file attempted to fetch data from the URL. Duh. But the request failed with 404 error. This is the URL being requested. It appears to be an API endpoint intended to retrieve information about the YouTube channel, ActiveMindGamer. This indicates a general network failure. In this case, it's paired with the server responded, but the requested resource does not exist at that endpoint. So is it my fault? Wait a minute. I am ActiveMindGamer. Pretty sure that's right. Is it possible I don't know my own ID? Did I put an S in is it an S? No, it's ActiveMindGamer. 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 Nope, I spelled it right. Huh. YouTube uses unique alphanumeric strings for channel IDs. Oh. It might not like my it may want me to put a channel ID in there. You might not be able to use it might have to be a channel ID, which I don't know my channel ID by heart. What do you mean it won't let you chat? I know the chat works over there because I have a number of people come over there and chat. Let's see here. Made with retrain. I don't know what that is. Okay. Where is the chat? Okay, let's see if I can chat to myself. Heyo. That's not heyo, that's hey. That's me. That's me writing to me from another channel. But it's supposed to be heyo, not hey. Let's see. Restream bot blah 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 is whited out. Whited out? Why would it? Oh. What do you mean whited out? I don't know. Huh. I don't know. All right, let's see if I can. Let's try something here. I don't know what my channel ID is. I don't know why they use channel IDs. It's kind of lame. Let's see, we'll switch to this one. Yeah. Do you think you might want me to put the @ symbol? I don't think that's a thing, but maybe it does. Maybe try to put @ symbol. Nope, that's not it. Let's see. channel, general, channel, basic. Community, no gas, agreements. Somewhere around here is my channel ID. I'm just trying to find it. I know it's here. I've seen it before. Oh, here it is. All right, here's my channel ID. Seems kind of silly though, right? Because it's supposed to just go find me, but I don't know. No, that didn't work either. So I don't know. Something's up. Oh, something going on your YouTube. Yep. I think you're just going to have to tweak with that one, man. I don't know a solution. But I need to work on my thing. You got me working on your thing. Trying to figure out what's going on. And you know more about your thing. You probably figured it out a lot faster than me anyway. Can you update the login? So where was I? All right. All right. So let's just say login register manager process that when, or actually the startup process. Let's see, Unity UI title screen startup process. That when is login or is authenticated is verified. After registration or login, auto close the login panel. Two, after login / registration or at startup. What if authentication if is authenticated equals true, and user does not have a team assigned to them. This may require an update or a team or a call to get team by ID. User ID. Get team by user ID would return the first team found and assigned to that user. no team is found. We call the create league function in the league's service. All right, I think that's already set up. I think I already have that set up. Got to go over to the game. Leagues here. Yeah, team core, game processing, game data, league data. Fetch team selection list. Create league. Yeah. Using function in the league service using the already created create league function in the league data.cs. Let's go ahead and reconnect this.
Connected to active Mind Gamers chat.
Okay. Function of the league data. Using in the leagues data.cs. So I'm trying to decide. Yeah, maybe I'll just use the announcement board. But I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. Thinking I might have to create. Casey asked me if I was reading it, if I liked it. So I'm thinking he's going to extend it again. Yeah.
Should I eat?
Should you eat? Why? What are you thinking? Oh, do you want to go out and get something?
And that's why I'm asking you.
Sounds all right. What time did you want to leave?
Maybe well, it says 4:20, but
We probably got at least half an hour after that, so 4:45 minimum.
we don't want to miss preview. And
Not all of them.
15, yeah.
So maybe 4:30ish. We plan to shoot for.
To be at the theater?
Yeah. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. So 3:45.
Leave about 3:45, or do you? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. We're gonna try and do a movie. We're gonna go see Roof Man. No. Roof. I don't know. The one, I think it's Channing Tatum. Is that his name? It's kind of a comedy. He's a thief that broke out of prison or something. He's hiding at a Walmart. I don't know. Something like that. Oh, anyway, this is my the one and only comic series I've ever been subscribed to. I've never been subscribed to another one. This is Absolute Superman. As you may or may not know, I'm a Superman fan. Probably, do I not have anything showing? Oh, I do. My little emblem on there on my chat there is Superman. So I always have something Superman or Broncos lying around. So you're never in doubt as to where my comic and sports allegiance lies. But anyway, I've been reading this Absolute Superman. It's pretty good. Take a different take on Superman. They've done a pretty decent job. I've been enjoying it. My son got it from me last year. I wanted it because I knew it started last year. It was a series that started last, like, I want to say November. So he bought me the two that hadn't come out yet and he got me a subscription for it. Or the two that had already come out and then got me a subscription for it. But I had to still go buy the third one because it takes like a month and a half for them to process it. So by that time I'd have missed the third one too. So I had read the first two, went and found this third one, bought the third one, and then that's when it started. So January is probably my last one. So if my son's doing what I think he's doing, because he asked me about it, he might be extending it for me again. So that's cool. Anyway, I've had a few. I have a box of comics. It's like this big. You know, it's not like some people have boxes and boxes and boxes. Not me. I collect a few here and there. And some of the comics I have in that box, I don't even mind. They're like my son's comics, because one of my sons used to have Captain America and the Avengers. Another one like Spider-Man, and they had some of those. Some of those I have here. They haven't taken them. I like Justice League. I would love to get a Justice League one. Apparently, there's an absolute Justice League that just started or something, and I wouldn't mind getting that one. So I'm actually thinking I may have to subscribe, or maybe I'll put that on my Christmas list too, to get Absolute Justice League. Because those are the two comic things I like. Superman, of course, and then the Justice League, who he's in, because I like the other characters, not enough to maybe read their individual comics, but enough that I like Wonder Woman and Batman and the Martian Manhunter, Martian Manhunter, and Flash is pretty funny. Anyway, so I got about 15 minutes, so I got to make sure I get this command out. But those are the characters I like, and so now you know a little bit more about me. Learning all there is to know about me. Now here's one of the things that I'm not good at with my streams is I'm not good at staying focused. So I got to learn how to be more focused. So there is that.
Underscore Wukong underscore RI says, LOL.
Yeah, I need to. There's definitely what I've been trying to do is get in the habit of recording smaller snippets of my streams, because actually I got this tool called what is it called? Vertical. Do I have it open here? Vertical. And let's see if I can. I don't think it's running right now, but essentially, it allows you to create simultaneously a TikTok layout along with your normal stream. Now you can record it, or you can use a backtrack feature, which has like for me, I set it for like 10 minutes. And then if I feel like the last 10 minutes was fairly coherent, then I'll hit the backtrack button, and I'll record it, so I can go back and edit it, put it on TikTok or something. Usually I try to break it down to the 1 or 2 minute range, so it's not real long. But I can take. It's easy for me to take a 10-minute gap and squish it down to 1 or 2 minutes. But taking a 4-hour stream and compressing it into 2 minutes I don't even know what to do with it. I'd have to listen to the whole stream and find 2-minute segments that are worth keeping. All this stuff right now, like where I'm just jabbering about random crap, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. You know, it's like talking about whatever thing I'm looking at. Now, if I'm talking about something and it's like useful information, telling you what comics I like is not useful information. If I was talking about the latest issue of Superman, telling you some details, then that might be useful information, right? Somebody wants to hear about it, you know, hear the story, hear what's going on. Or if I was doing something that actually gave some coherent information, I get it. But I don't do it enough. I need to do more content, recorded content, because that's the only way I'm really going to get any real following, honestly. Nobody's, I'm not gaining enough traction as it is. Now, my game isn't anywhere near being released, but I'm hoping within a year and a half, I am going to be close. Like within a year, I may be really close. I hope. Maybe it won't be. Maybe I'm dreaming the dream, but maybe it'll be more like 2 years. But I'm not setting a date. That's just my dream right now. Okay, so then I will then transmitting sound. We call the create league function league service using the already created create league function in the league's data.cs. During registration. Wait, what am I associate? Can you? Oops. Oh god. As long as authentication or registration. 2 after long registration or at startup if authenticated. True. Oh, I don't need to. Okay, so I don't need to do that. All right, let's just go ahead and kick that off. Let's go see what what AI decided about my question earlier. Oh, nope, that wasn't it. That's a YouTube updater. I complimented it and it was happy. There we go, click up link. Is this still not done? Oh, is this struggling to figure this one out? I think it got stuck. Whatever it did, it got stuck. I didn't know what to do. Let's try this again. You seem to have gotten stuck. Can you respond to my last question? Because, 20 minutes of working is more than, I mean, it's just a question, man. It looks like it can't do it. Whatever it is, I may have to close ClickUp. No, I just opened ClickUp Link. Why would it need to be closed? I don't know. It's struggling to answer this question. I don't know if it's trying to read my code or if it's just unable to. Yeah, something's weird here. It's having some serious issue trying to understand what the heck. All right, let's go ask somebody who's a little difficult. Is it to convert a VS code extension I created to work in Visual Studio? Oh, generally not straightforward. Oh, I'd have to totally rebuild it. It's like 2 different extensions. If I wanted to, it says here, yeah, they're like written VS Code extensions are written in TypeScript. As a requirement, they have to be written in TypeScript. Well, Visual Studio extension has to be written in C#. And they use totally different framework and they're just, yeah, and you can't just do a port. You have to rebuild it from scratch. Now with AI, maybe I could do it. I'd have to now that it's pretty solid, I'd have to say, can you rewrite this? I wonder how difficult it'd be able to rewrite it as a Visual Studio 22 extension. I should look into that. I don't know what's going on here. Apparently it's struggling big time just to even answer a question here. This isn't a huge extension. I mean, that's kind of it, right? It just does a handful of things, but each one of these can be kind of long. And it's got some cool features. I would love to put it in Visual Studio. That'd be awesome. Anyway, I got about 10 minutes here. What do we got here? What'd you do? See, this thing did everything I asked already. Now let me key files. Now let me search the team related. Now let me search team related. Now let me check the user account data. Now I have all the context I need. Now let me update the team task to check for team assignment, including if needed. Now let me add the methods to check authentication, team assignment. Perfect. Now let me verify the changes by reading the uploaded sections. Excellent, no errors. Let me create a summary document for these changes. Perfect. Let me quick summary of what was implemented. All right, let's see what it did. Let's go. It did 3 files. We have one of those is an MD, so it's just telling me what it did. Here we're just doing, all it did was add the hide login panel. That's not too major. I can keep that one. What is it? When's it doing it? Oh, it's doing the handle. It's doing a handle login. Huh. Part of the login register manager. I don't know why. I don't know why I feel like that. I don't know. I saw that spot and I was like, is this the right place? Because I don't. Is that what it's been called? But all right. Okay. Having some delays going on here. Hello. Is it still doing something? Stop it. All right, let's keep that one. First one was just a comment change. Okay. And then we put that in. Where are we going? Why are you bouncing around? Oh, it's a different page. All right, we'll go with the keep the league's data user account. Check authentication and team assignment. Okay, so that works. So it's creating a kind of a sub call to make sure we have a team, because it has to have a team before you can do anything in the game. So I told it to say if it doesn't have a team, we got to create a league. Leagues, data, new league data. Okay, so we're going to create objects for that league. Then we have our MD. So it basically did the thing. It has the call. I just need to now create a UI or a page. Well, I actually have. Let's go see if I can open this quick before I leave. This is me about to sign off. Gotta leave. I gotta leave in a couple minutes here. Let's see if I can. Let's see. Just to say I'm gonna leave in a couple minutes and then try to open Unity. Probably a really bad idea, because it could take a couple minutes just for Unity to open. In fact, yeah, it's going to take a while. I have to sign off. I have to go get myself ready to hit the road. So I'll deal with that later. I got to go. What I'll do next time is I'll create the UI for the, right now, I think I've got the process from login to trigger the create league process. Now I got to take that create league data and put it on my announcement board where you can pick your team captains. But additionally to that, oh, see, it actually broke something. I have to go see what happened. Additionally to that, I have to actually create player cards, something I can show the player on the screen with, and you can review them a little bit, see their stats and their skills, which means I might have to create some loading capability of those stats and skills, which I haven't actually built yet. That has to come to, I have to create the parts where it actually will create a return of all of the ratings, and then I got to create little ratings bars, and so that'll be cool. But again, it's more stuff. Each piece is a little bit more important to the next step in the process. Once you've got that, then I can load up the teams and logos, let them pick their logo. Then I have to take players to a roster page, which I don't have. That'll be next. And once I have a roster page, I can look at all their players. Or maybe I just take them to a gameplay type, and they can kind of just go run a game. You know, I'll skip the roster bit, at least right now. And, you know, they can view players later. That'll be a next step. Anyway, till next time. Take it easy, Sun Wukong, and thanks for stopping by. Good luck on your app. I look forward to seeing your next iteration. Till next time, God bless.